Tzolkin and I can tell you.
Ready? Hey guys, this is Matrix 32200 doing a deck profile of
Kaiser Rodriguez.
Go
I
ahead.
played Tzolkin Heroes. Just going through it. Basically, I played 2 Shadow Mist, 3's too cloggy, so 2 just worked out well. 2 Summoner Monk, 2 Red Resonator, worked really well. 3 Malicious, 3 Armageddonite, just all kind of staple. 1 Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, thought about cutting it, but it actually worked really well this weekend. 1 Plague, that's basically it for all the monsters, so pretty standard, nothing too crazy there. For the spells, Rhoda, obviously, Soul Charge, Foolish, Upstart, 2 Resonator Calls, 2 Mass Change, 2 was really good. Some people like to play 3 I saw while doing testing, but felt 2 was just perfect. 2 Twin Twister, 3 Allure. It was a little bit cloggy at times with even with the high dark count, but I found that I just sided out the 3rd a lot, and it worked out pretty well. Same thing with 3 Instant Fusion. The idea was obviously to just get like Rafflesia or another card that I play in my extra deck, so it worked at 3. Worst case, I just sided it out. 3 Destiny Draw, 3 Hero Lives, and that's all for the spells.
How many spells is that?
I think it was like 22. 22, yeah, you got it right. And then for traps, just Strike, Warning, Vanities, and Treacherous. All of them worked really well. Usually when I go second, I usually just side out the traps. It makes it a lot easier to side out. I'll usually keep this in a lot of times since you can just make Rafflesia, and if you draw it, it's not dead. And this comboed really well with my extra deck. I guess we'll go into that. Norden. See. 2 Dark Claws, so pretty standard on that. That was all I played for the fusions. For the Synchros, Coral Dragon, Tzolkin, main card of the deck, Void Ogre, Omega, Crystal Wing, Stardust Charge, and Stardust. Most of it's pretty standard. I think the only card I played that the people didn't was Stardust, which worked really well because I found that when you made Tzolkin and made your board, you usually just lose to Raigeki, obviously Kaiju's, but a lot of times my opponents actually had the Raigeki, and making this just sealed me the game at that point. For the XYZs, Rafflesia, Castel, Utopia, this worked actually really well. I saw a lot of builds that didn't play it. I don't know why. It just works out really, really well, especially with the Instant Fusion, because that's the main way you make it. And Key Beetle, which people didn't play. Key Beetle Vanities twice this weekend. Once against Metal Foes, he literally couldn't play the game. And at times, when your hand's a little cloggy, sometimes you can make an Armageddonite and make this, and detach and send the Armageddonite, and then bring it back with Soul Charge. It happened like once, but it did come up. Side deck, 2 Kaijus, because Kaijus are broken, you gotta play them. 2 Flying Sea and 2 Maxi, that was basically for Burning Abyss. Worked really well. Dragon, which I didn't originally plan to play, but I found that a lot of times I would lose to just anti-spell if I didn't have the out, and being able to basically just have an out with Armageddonite worked. Raigeki, 2 Dark Holes, mostly if I'm going second, just works pretty well. Twin Twister, MST, just wanted more back row negation, and 3 Crush Card. It was really good in testing, never really came up. I was mostly for Blue Eyes and Pendulums, but I didn't play against Blue Eyes. I played against Pendulums in top 8, but it was just a blowout. I was just summoned Dark Law, and I didn't really need it anyways. So
will you take this out?
Yeah, I'd probably take it out more towards. I lost to PK Fire. In all honesty, I'd probably take it out. I'm not sure what I would put in yet. With the current format, I might just put in more cards for kind of going second, I think, because the deck has a problem if it's going second, for the most part. So I'd probably just do that. But everything else was really well. Like the whole side deck worked really well. The hardest matchup all day was probably just the PK Fire matchup, so for the most part. But in testing, like I said, the card was really good. If you play this against Blue Eyes or Pendulum and you flip it after the summon alternative, you just win. Like,
right.
That's basically it.
So will you cut that out for Typhoon? It's great against anti-spell when you go on second.
Either Typhoon, or I might just play maybe a second MST.
Because MST is a bit slow against I1.
Yeah.
Against anti-spell Vagrant. So
Sure.
Typhoon would be a bit better.
Possibly. I may try it, but I know I used to play Typhoon in the deck when I was worried a little bit more about pendulums, and then I realized your pendulum matchup is really not that bad. Like, you literally play it, you summon Dark Claw. They don't main kaijus, so you never really have to worry about it. They just waste too many resources trying to get rid of Dark Claw. The hardest matchup, I think, for the deck. I don't think there is one overall. For the most part, like I said, it has a really good matchup going against just about everything. It struggles going second. But like I said, overall the deck played really well. Probably brick maybe once or twice. And when I did brick, I was still able to play the game. I played against Yangzing Metal Foes, opened Diamond Dude and Mass Change. Thought I lost the game, but the Dark Claw was just strong enough to kind of keep me in the game. So that's basically it.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.